So before I get to my topic, thank you guys for all the love and support. We gained like 80 subs from those last 2 videos, man, and it's good to see. Thank you guys so much for the support that you guys giving me, especially on the channel that I kind of let die 4 months ago, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go back and try again. Thank you guys for just giving me that motivation to try again. I really appreciate you guys. By the time you get this video, I'll probably be streaming on Twitch, so if you can go ahead and catch me on Twitch, we can get some matches in with everybody. You know how it go. But to the topic at hand. Well, folks, this has been an amazing week of just FGC drama. I'm not gonna lie. So this was supposed to be a follow-up to the art situation, but I waited a couple days specifically because I wanted to see what happened, and a lot of stuff I need to talk about because it's more than just art. I think right now the FGC has started off 2023 in a very hot place. The block is hot. You know, you got the FGC police running around, you got detectives all over the case, and I want to just talk about everything because there's a multitude down to the amount that people are finding out the art took to even now it's getting to a point to where people are saying they can't trust Matcherino, their TOs, and to add to that, now there are people really arguing that pay-per-view events harm the community. So I really think we're getting to a point, not just the FGC, but it mainly affects grassroots, locals, regionals. I really think we're about to see a ripple down effect from one thing that happened, and I just want to have another discussion. As always, these conversations are open for you guys in the comments. As you see, I talk, I like, I chat. So let's get to it. So peep the screen right now. Now this is just something somebody in the Discord, they decided to do like a manual look through Matcherino just to get the prices of everything that's going on. This is the last time I'm talking about art, so I want to show you guys this now to get it out the way. But this is manually what he is going through. As far as I know, I talked to Imani, he is still going through the data right now, but this is the amount he has so far. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And I know a couple days ago Bum was on stream and he's talking that it was upwards back to 2017 as far as we know that money was being stolen. So I want to get that out the way because I want to talk about what happened after that point. Now, with this amount of money being stolen, I think Matcherino should move forward on legal, you know, precedents. I think they should go the legal route because I do think, and I hate to say it like this, there needs to be a statement in the FGC. You cannot get away with this. There needs to be a statement, believe it or not. I know a lot of people really have respect for him, and I have respect for him too, but you can't just do this and then just disappear out the community and then just think you're going to get away with it. That ain't cool, bro. That's not cool. So I do think, this is my opinion. This is nothing against that man's what he's done. This is just for this situation. I do think legal actions should be taken care of if this is the exact amount in county. Now, with that being said, we are getting to a point where because of art, people ain't trusting nobody. What do I mean? So I'm pretty sure everybody's seen on Twitter, I'm pretty sure everybody has seen 2 days ago that Bum had another stream and he was going on TSB because TSB took 10 off the top of all of their, you know, tournaments. And I think Sway, I think his name was Sway, came into the stream and was like, yeah, we told everybody we went 10 off the top. So that turned into, you know, y'all snitching on yourselves, blah, 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 blah.
You can't talk private to me because that's against the rules and you should know that already. That's a problem, dude. So you're admitting that y'all took the money. That's not good.
You know, you're not supposed to do that. You know, you're going against the community. It turned into a whole backlash only for it to be that, no, they could take 10% off of Matcherino because they actually went through Matcherino. Even though it wasn't displayed on all their tournaments, they had the right through Matcherino. Now we're getting to the point because Coach Steve was also on that stream, and Coach Steve himself said that no, there's people out here saying they don't ever want to work with Matcherino again because there's hindsight. Like I said in my previous video, how do you get away with not auditing any of this? And you know, how does he get away with it since 2017? That's what, 6-7 years, something crazy like that. Almost 7 years, so it's been 6 years. How do you get away with that for 6 years? But this is where we're at now. This is where we're at now. We are getting to a point to where people don't trust nobody, right? Now, in bum situation, I understand, but I also feel like this portion is a problem with Matcherino. Because, yeah, Art lied to everybody, tried to throw TSB under the bus. Yes, that's the thing. However, Matcherino still should have disclosed that there are certain rules and regulations. This is TOS, that some organizations are allowed to take 10 off the top. That should have been disclosed when the art situation happened. That way, we're not just jumping the gun and we're going to say, oh, this person did it too, when that's not the case. Now, you do have a situation like ESL, where ESL just is taking months to pay people out. And I think that's messed up. I think what they were saying was like people weren't getting paid for 3+ months. Some people still haven't got paid off for tournaments. And if you don't know what ESL is the tournaments, if you play on console and you ever see it's like the open brackets on console every month that you can play in. Right now, if you go on Strive on PS4 or PS5, you just hit triangle in there to show you like a list of dates of tournaments. Those are ESL tournaments. People weren't getting paid out for those. So you got this turmoil right now with tournament players or inspired tournament players, or even it's gonna trickle down to grassroots, where players are looking at these situations and, like I said, asking, why will I play in this situation if I'm not gonna get paid for months, or somebody's gonna take money off the top of what I do, right? It's turning into that type of situation. And now here's the problem where it goes into grassroots and stuff like that, because you have locals, you have regionals, you have monthly tournaments. Newer players are going to be more unwilling to go into these settings, and let me explain why. So I think what's going to end up happening, because you need to understand the structure of the tournament, so let me break that down first. So when you enter a local or regional, a monthly, whatever, right? Doesn't matter what it is. If it's under 8 people, typically you have a round robin, and in the round robin, winner takes all. If it's more than 8 people, you have your normal bracket tournament that you see where top 3 get paid out. If it's over 50, I believe it's like 50 to 80 people, then it's top 8 gets paid out. So you have that. Everybody pays into the pool. So everybody pays what? Venue fee plus like $10 to play, usually in the local grassroots level, depending on what the tournament is. Then from there, you could have a pop bonus. Now, a pop bonus isn't necessarily everyone putting in. A pop bonus can be me coming in and saying, hey, I want to put $500 on Strive to the winner. And that's the pop bonus. So now you're adding on to whatever the pot we already paid on to plus the bonus. Now, what's going to happen is a lot of people who have never been in tournaments or do not understand the structure of tournaments are going to think, if I put my $10 in and there's a pop bonus for $500, they can take not only, if I win, some of my pop money, but 10% off the pop bonus. So now the way I'm looking at it is that a lot of people are going to think, oh, there's no point in entering these tournaments because no matter what I win, I'm not going to get my 70%. I'm more likely going to get 60% because somebody's going to take 10% off my earnings, which that's not what's going to happen. I don't think in grassroots, I think the smaller TOs know how to handle it because we don't deal with Matcherino. At least my TOs don't deal with Matcherino. They kind of handle their own accords and they are really good at paying out right then and there. But I can see a lot of people, especially those who are casuals, who already don't go to tournaments or were thinking about going into tournaments, but were a little bit skeptical because of what they hear. Now looking at it and saying, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to waste my time, because even, again, like I said before, even if I win money, somebody's going to take my money. And if it's a person like me, if you're taking $2 away from me, I might fight you. You're not taking my $2 away that I earned. But it's always a trickle down effect. People look at what happens in the grand things of the FGC and forget that the FGC is not the grand FGC. It's a whole bunch of small communities within each other that make up the grand FGC. We all just come together at certain points in time, but the FGC itself are just small knit communities of people that just like fighting games within their areas. And it's crazy, right? Because we're starting to get to a point to where we're colliding. This goes back to the video even before my last one where I say communities hurt themselves. We're starting to collide because even when FGC communities are starting to try to make money moves, it feels like we're combating the money move. HungryBots put out a poll just asking, would you pay, if most of the profit goes to the players? And there is a large minority that's like, no, I ain't paying for nothing. And they're like, why don't you use donations? And here's my counter to that. We can use donations. Y'all don't donate, right? It's very few people that donate. So let's say we do a donation thing where it's like people get 30K versus just making a pay-per-view for like $5 and they can make 60K. It's a bigger pot. Guess what that does for people? Not only does it make the FGC looks more profitable, and it allows for more sponsors to come out, thus making the FGC make more money, because the biggest thing that we say in the FGC is that we're broke. But in my opinion, we don't make the money moves to not be broke anymore. It helps with that portion, as well as it gets payers played. So what does that do? That makes a bigger ecosystem. It gets more people involved, because at the end of the day, yes, these are video games, but money is the motive for everything. A lot of people would not be playing League of Legends right now if money wasn't the motive. Let's be realistic here. League of Legends is not that good of a game for people to be playing for 10 plus years in Challenger, but because they know money is the motive and they know it's equity in their skill, they're going to use their skills. This is why you see streamers out the woozah when it comes to League of Legends. I'm just using this as an example because the FGC could be on that level. It's just, we as a community hurt ourselves. I've said it before and I'm going to stick to that. There are multiple ways that we hurt ourselves. We are immature. We are immature, as you see with the ARC situation. That was a very immature thing from a person that if he was really hurting, he had so much pull in the FGC, I'm 100% certain they would have just thrown a donation tournament for him, paid out the players, but gave the rest of the profit to him. I'm pretty sure that would have happened, bro, if that was all true. But we hurt ourselves. We don't always want to move forward because we feel like if we move the esport route or if we move the money making route, it's going to change the aspect of what fighting games really are. And no, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. I'm sorry, I have to say this in this video. If you disagree with me, I understand. But improving your ecosystem to build a better future is always good. You might have to take some L's. You might have to do a little bit of sucking up. I hate to say it, the FGC got to do a little bit of sucking up to these sponsors. But if it leads to a better ecosystem for the next generation to come up and them to make actual money from doing what they love and they passion, I'm with it. I'm with it, right? We just need the leadership. We need the people. We need that one person that's going to stand up and say, I'm trying to make money moves. What do y'all need to do? What do we need to do to make these money moves? And I don't think we got that yet. That's just my opinion. I don't think we have that yet. We got the content creators, but we ain't got the leadership. I think that's what we're missing in the FGC is the leadership, because if we had true leadership, the ARC situation would have never happened, because they would have been auditing that stuff and that would have been nipped in the bud 2017. I think that we wouldn't be sitting here arguing about pay-per-view, because more people would be with it. More people would be united to be like, okay, I'm with it, or they would have better suggestions to make money other than, oh, we should just donate. When we see, even with Matcherino, a lot of tournaments aren't making as much money as they should. Let's be realistic here. If it's just a trickle down effect, man. A lot needs to change. A lot came to light in 2023. I am hopeful because I do see a change in the community of people wanting to make things for the better. So I see it. Hopefully you guys see it too. And I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I don't want it to be too long. It might be 13-14 minutes. I'm trying to keep my videos to 12 to 15 minutes up tops. But as I said, I will be streaming tonight. This should fuck, I'm stuttering. This should drop about 3 o'clock, if not earlier. I will be streaming around 6 o'clock tonight. But other than that, love you guys. Thank you guys for the love and support, and I'm out.